Welcome back to Dragon Age Origins, Ultimate Edition, Hour 48. You have just entered the Frostback Mountains en route to the Dwarven city of Orzammar. If the dwarves honor your treaty, they will aid you in your battle against the Blight. And they bloody well better have. So, we already have gained entry, and we have also killed a messenger from Loghain. This guy is still having this over his head though. I guess I just talked to him to go in though, because this doesn't seem to be interactive. Yep, it's a big Dwarven city.
You've done me a service. That fool Imrek was barking for a week. Are all humans so touched? You are free to enter Orzammar, Grey Warden. Though I don't know what help you will find.
Probably not a lot. Okay. Question dated. Speak to the Lords of Assembly. Lordship of Orzammar is in chaos. Addressing the Assembly seems like a likely place to start looking for a solution. The Chamber of the Assembly is in the Diamond Quarter. Alright, what's all this rubbish as well? Yep, I found all them guys. And the Blight. Open to you, but King Edwin has died. The Dwarven Lords have been able to choose a successor to gain the heir to the deadlock and some rights. Okay, so that's basically it. And here we are in the Dwarven halls. They haven't bothered with the ceiling. How lazy are you guys? Oh wait, this is rather nice. I don't know. Half a job. Maybe they couldn't touch that in case it fell on their heads or something, because that doesn't look entirely... Anyway.
A Trost Vala, Warden. Your arrival is a mixed blessing. We prefer that outsiders not witness our infighting, but your presence will be tolerated.
Of course the music is different. Interesting.
Those statues are Dwarven paragons, if I remember right. The best of their ancestors.
Well, we shall go and check them out.
Show
Lots
some
to see
pity
here.
for a poor old man. Show some pity for a poor old man.
I can't, even if I wanted to.
If only you had come at a less troubled time.
Indeed. I guess it would be a lot simpler.
They say the Darkspawn have left for the surface.
So is this molten gold or what? What is that about?
Now that's a thing of beauty, daughter. If you work hard like Branka, all Orzammar will know your name.
Mother, I don't want to be like her. She...
Don't say that! Not to me, not to anyone. Now get back to the forge. I want to see more details.
Yes, Mother.
Yes, you must do what is expected of you. Oh. Codex about the Paragons. As I studied among the dwarves, I became aware that their social system was rigid as the stone that surrounded them. Okay, I'll try and read this properly. From the lowest servant to the king of Orzammar. I have a problem with that. I don't know why, because it's not a difficult word. Orzammar. Each dwarf has a caste, a rigid social standing, which dictates that he may do what he may do and how he may do it. Oh god, I'm not doing very well with this, am I? What fascinated me then was that the dwarves, stubborn and proud as they may be, have built in a way for even the lowliest dwarf to bypass the caste system and reach prominence. Any dwarf who has made an achievement of significance can be named Paragon, elevating that dwarf above all others. To become a Paragon, it has to be recognized as essentially a living ancestor. Your words are considered ineffable, and the dwarves liken you to a god. Your family, those who choose to ascend with you, become the founders of a new line of nobility. Indeed, every existing noble house amongst the dwarf traces its line back to a founding paragon. It is a rare thing, however, in my visit that I learned that only one paragon has been elected in generations. The smith Branka, exalted for her discovery of smokeless coal. Smokeless coal. That must be useful, especially when you're underground. I met the paragon Branka only once during my stay, and I considered it an odd occasion indeed. Surrounded by those of her house, this ill-tempered woman was draped in the finest clothing and jewellery, and was obviously revered Okay, I lost my place now. Even above the highest nobles. Perhaps above even the king, yet she seemed to enjoy none of it. The burden of being a living legend is great, it appears. Statues of the paragons are found throughout Orzammar, though nowhere so prominently as in the Hall of Heroes, through which one passes on entering the surface. That's where we're here. It is a breathtaking sight to behold. Great works of stone, all seemingly to hold up the ceiling above. It is meant to impress upon the visitors of Orzammar, of all those who have gone before. I think it is also meant to remind the dwarves going to the surface, and thus abandoning their brethren forever, of all they are leaving behind. Ah, Brother Genetivi has been here. Oh. Okay, I'm not allowed up there. Not allowed. That is impassable. That is as tall as my knees, and therefore is impossible to get up. That's fine now. Alright, so I have another one here. Hello?
May the ancestors look kindly upon you.
Oh, okay, right. I'll just go through all these.
Bread? Please, sir. Just a bit of bread.
I'm sure we'll speak to you later, old man. You must be there for a reason.
Going.
If only you had come at a less troubled time.
A scholar.
Show respect, Surfacer. You're in the Hall of Heroes, home to the best of us.
I am! I read the thing and thing and thing. I care not about your statues. No. They are very, indeed, grand, yes.
Paragons, dwarves who achieve such greatness, they're considered ancestors, even if they yet walk among us. If only we had one now. A unifier. A voice like that, there would be no dissension.
I see where this is going. Well, look, can't you just, like, stand for yourselves?
Learn our ways before you presume to save us from ourselves. But don't look to me. I will not be a tutor to a surfacer.
Fine. Fine.
Do you miss the life you once had, Shell? These centuries of memories you have lost?
Does it miss being within its mother's womb?
Do I... Well, no. I don't remember that far back.
It is no different. My memory stretches only so far, and what went before is now lost.
And you remember nothing at all? Not even a little bit?
There are images, faces who I have no names for, places I remember being, but not where they are. Do I miss these things? They are without context. I feel only disquiet when I think of them.
Like dreams, then. When you awake, all the details have fled.
Is that what it is to dream? Then yes, perhaps it is like that.
How very sad. To discover your entire life has been a forgotten dream. I am so sorry.
Now again, this shale thing. Because shale was added after the game was made, I'm not entirely expecting the dwarves to react to shale. But from an RP perspective, bring shale along to here. You know, they might know something about it. But if they have, you know, if they... Because they would have to rehire all the voice actors and stuff, unless they had plans for the DLC as they made the game and recorded all the lines about shale when they made the game and just added them in later. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But I don't expect it, really. And what is this?
Huh.
Key to the city. While your concerns have merit, the Assembly has made itself clear. Space within the Thaig is at a premium, but the intended function of the hall merits the additional resources committed. The statues of the paragons must be the core of the Hall of Heroes. There is no other placement that so benefits Dwarven interests. It is the first glimpse that the service ambassadors have to Orzammar, an introduction not just to our living ancestors, but also to the stone to which we were born. They must see it shaped before they can understand the complexity of its raw form. The hall must also serve a second purpose, as a last sight for departing brethren. Those who choose to leave must do so with a heavy gaze of their ancestors at their backs. It is a reminder of duty and of consequence. We will promote all manner of trade, but also reinforce that so those who leave too long will remain as strangers to the stone. I wonder what they were trying to make this then. Somebody wanted to change the function of this hall to something else, because I guess they're running out of space. I know that. I know that game. Thanks for that hint. I don't always do it, but at least I know it, in theory.
It is the Assembly who makes a king, and a king who nominates his successor. None of it is carried in the blood.
Or, as now, when someone tries using the Assembly to pull a coup. Who's to say what my father said in his final hours, when the usurper Harrowmont was the only one by his side?
I'll have you thrown in prison.
You've bitten off more than you can chew!
Handlers, separate these dashers in the Diamond Quarter. I will not have Balin incite a riot.
You not speak that way about the man who should be king!
Definitely a civil war brewing. Yeah, who is this Harrowmont? No one is born with rights to the throne. The sitting king may recommend a successor, but the assembly ultimately decides who will rule. House Harrowmont is one of the oldest noble houses, as old as Osama itself. And Endrin's most trusted advisor, Harrowmont, is well known for being an able administrator and the author of many compromises in the ever-warring assembly. Third King Edrin's children, Belen, has always been considered the last and least of his family, not the heir, not the favourite, and not as accomplished as either sibling. Belen's most notable trait was his ability to stay out of trouble. I guess one of those dwarves we just saw was him.
In the common, especially in front of outsiders. I find that sodding fool, I'll have him in the Legion. Vieta, Surfacer. I'm bid to let you walk the commons, but keep your place. Warden or not, I want order.
I should get going. No, what the hell's going on?
See, that's why I don't want you surfacers seeing our worst. You'll think that's all we are. The market is thin, but busy, and the tavern never closes. Bad blood is usually kept to the proving. Should toss Balin and Harrowmont in there, sort this all out in a hurry.
The proving, right, yeah, because we had the joining and the harrowing. The proving.
Personal battles for honor and ancestor. I don't expect a surfacer to understand. If you must be our warden, at least know us. Go to the Shaper of Memories in the Shaperate. The true bright spot in the Diamond Quarter.
Okay, I will. It sounds like we need to really get into the dwarves' head of the, their hierarchy here to really get a decent conclusion to this. Yeah, it's Belen and Harrow meet.
They've caged themselves for fear of each other. As you've seen, keeping order down among us working people is dodgy. No place for a proper lord. Balin speaks through his second, Vartag Gavorn, in the Assembly. Lord Harrowmont speaks through Dulin Ferender from his estate.
Paragons?
Surfacers appoint no paragons? Truly, you're lost in all that sky. They are the best of us, declared living ancestors. If you must be our warden, at least know us. Go to the Shaper of Memories in the Shaperate, the true bright spot in the Diamond Quarter.
I will. How are you able to function like this?
Well enough, as I've said. Spend your coin if you want friends, stand in the proving if you have enemies.
I see. And by the way, can I have your assistance? The light's coming.
Surface problems. Well, we have no king to hear you. You can join the shouting at the assembly in the Diamond Quarter if you want. Bunch of Desher lords bickering over sand. Balin, Harrowmont. Is one so different? No paragons here.
I gotta go.
Yes, you should.
Okay, gotta speak to Dulin Ferenda, Lord Harrowmont's guy, and that is Prince Balin, his sort of speaker, in the assembly chamber, which is in the Diamond Quarter. Let's have a look at the map here and see. Okay, we have a lot to explore. So we are stood here. So yeah, we came out of there. There's the proving grounds. Armorers. Oh, we have some quests. A tavern. General goods merchant. Dust Town. There's the Diamond Quarter. He goes imports. Right, so we've got a lot of stores. A gem merchant and another quest there. Another quest here. And the deep roads. Oh boy, why do I think just might become involved. Shale is going home. Right. So let's explore this area first. So we're going to do a bit of shopping, I guess. A bit of shopping. Yeah, and have a look sort of. Alright, so I'll go this way. We'll have a look around and just see.
So this is Orzammar.
Oh yeah.
It's huge.
Yep, there it is. And of course all these buildings up here is where the dwarves live and we can't get there, but that really makes sense in a level that, you know, where are all the people? Because sometimes the games don't do that. There they are, up there. And there is, of course, that. Which goes to the proving. We don't want to go to the proving just yet. No, I'm sure we will head there eventually. Someone there. Let's see.
Ancestors guard my son, for he is lost in darkness. Mothers keep him safe, for you know what it is to mourn.
Excuse me?
I'm sorry. Did you have an offering for the ancestors? Although, I can't imagine your ancestors reside in the stone.
What were you praying for? This is some sort of shrine. Let's ask that first.
I don't know that word. This is a section of stone kept bare to receive our prayers. The stone gave rise to our people, and it is where their spirits return in death.
So what were you praying for?
My name is Vilda, widow of Turak of the Smith caste. I pray here every day for my son, Ruck. I only wish I knew whether I should be asking for his safe return, or for the ancestors to accept his soul.
Gone missing,
It was 5 years ago. He was only a youngster. He joined a Deep Roads excursion, the only smith to go with the warriors to repair their arms. He was so proud, but he got separated somehow. When they came home, he wasn't with them.
Oh, it's pretty bad. The Deep Roads?
The Deep Roads are where Darkspawn come from. They descend for miles into the earth, and we must patrol them constantly or be overrun. I lost my husband to them. If I lost my son the same way...
I wonder if I leave you with your grief, I can return to her and get the quest, because I have no intention currently of going into the Deep Roads and going after it for a wayward dwarf who's 5 years disappeared, who is more than likely dead. I'm not going to say I'll go and look for him, because like he probably is, or I'm not going to say that, but he probably is dead. But if I do end up going to the Deep Roads, and I know as a player I'm more I think I probably am going to, you know, then I'll come back to her and say, oh, by the way, you know, if your son's missing, I'll go and look for him, sort of thing. So for now, I'm going to say I'll leave you with your grief, and maybe I can get that quest later.
Stone guide your steps.
Arrow still be there? Thank you! Or exclamation. Okay, so I'll talk to her later, because currently I have no intention of going through the Deep Roads, because I have no motivation to do so, other than to get magical trinkets and stuff, but priorities and all. Okay, armorers.
All right.
Probably not going to be so much in here, because I think I'm pretty decked out. I can find someone to shop with. Oh, wall carving. Let's have a look at that first. Life in Ozma. Okay. Learn about the dwarves. Dwarves of Ozma are quite unlike those found in most human cities. You'd have thought so. Although Ozma derives its vast wealth from the trade with human kingdoms, all dwarves who come to the surface to trade are stripped of their position in society. Dwarven merchants are so ubiquitous in human cities. I don't know what that means. Rare? That many people labour under the impression that all dwarves are merchants. Oh, okay, it's not rare. But yeah, I don't know that word. Oof, terrible me. Or that their whole race worships coin and trade. But these surface dwarves are atypical creatures, the ones willing to give up all ties to their king and sacrifice their rank in order to conduct business. Below ground, the dwarves are people obsessed with honour, their own and of their family. Most nobles incorporate chainmail into their formal gowns because slights and insults often turn deadly, as we've just seen. Yeah, they are good people who revere excellence and strive to achieve it in all things. Even members of the servant caste have been elevated to paragons, usually posthumously, in recognition for remarkable service. Anyway, I kind of get the gist what it was saying. Hi, Janar. Janar?
Welcome to Janar Family Armors.
Janar.
I must say, you look like our type of people. Looking for a new set of mail. At Janar's, we have everything from leather to platinum.
So you're part of the Smith caste, eh?
Aye, for 100 generations. My father made his name by inventing a fall and tacit, which were integrated into the cuirass. But, I'm guessing by your face, you're not a smith yourself.
No. Cuirass? I thought it was pronounced cuirass something. Never heard anything to the contrary in the comments. Anyway, anything about what's happening with the king and stuff? Business around there?
I stay out of politics. It's not good for a smith to get the attention of those who grant vendors licenses. Lord Harriman's a fair man. My father did business with him, and he always paid on time. But the Idukans have served us well. If it is the ancestors' wisdom to keep them on the throne, I cannot object.
Didn't learn a lot there then, except they're both okay as far as dealings with the smith goes.
Of course. Keep in mind we also take items on trade.
Okay. So I don't think I have anything really to sell. Alright, so let's have a look. Weapons. A crossbow, although that requires strength. Yeah, okay, so armor. Here we go. Dragon bone armor. Let's compare stuff with Alistair, because he's the only one who can wear this armor. Don't have enough strength. 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 Well, that solves that. Oh, there we go. I can get a round shield. Let's see, which is... it's mildly not quite as good as the metal kite shield in terms of defense, but, you know, less fatigue and such as well. A heavy metal shield, which I can't get. Heavy metal! Oh, sorry. I think I'll sell them. Okay, so not really that much here that I can bother with. Okay. That was fun. Though now I know there is a store there that sells armor. Very heavy armor. It's, you know, a dwarf thing, so... Wouldn't even fit you, Alistair. Wouldn't even fit you.